Hi, my name is Julio Rivera. I'm an activist, journalist, adventurer, veteran, television presenter, and businessman. I've covered many of the major historical events going on around the world over the past several years, and after watching regime changes, conflict, and historic elections globally, I've come to the conclusion that the most underreported crisis in the world today can be defined in only one word: malware. That's why I've decided to dedicate my time to educating people everywhere and exposing the dangers that exist on the devices that we've become tethered to and depend on for so many reasons in our day-to-day life. Welcome to This Week in Malware. On This Week in Malware, we'll be covering the Djvu Ransomware family continues to grow with QLNN and UIHJ Ransomware, and Pulpysearch.com is associated with a browser hijacker. QLNN Ransomware is one more addition to the Djvu Ransomware family. Like other associated variants, it mostly spreads via unreliable downloads, phishing emails, social engineering scams, and questionable online ads. The hackers behind QLNN Ransomware want to extort victims for a quick payoff by locking their files and then demanding a ransom payment for file decryption. Most files are affected by QLNN Ransomware, including photos, music, documents, and videos. Unfortunately, an online decryption tool that would unlock the files encrypted by QLNN Ransomware is not available at the moment, and the only reliable way to recover infected files is to restore them from a backup. You could also possibly use alternative data recovery options. However, there's no guarantee that the alternative data recovery tools will unlock all the encrypted files. Once the malware enters the victim's system, it runs the AES encryption algorithm to lock up important files. QLNN Ransomware then appends the affected files with the .qlnn suffix and drops a ransom note on the user's desktop in the form of the _readme.txt document. The ransom note, which asks the victim to pay $980 for file decryption, also provides the contact information to communicate with hackers. Victims who contact the hackers within 72 hours are supposedly offered a 50% discount on the ransom. Additionally, should victims contact the criminals, they will be told to send one file to the attackers to have it decrypted for free. The hackers do this to prove that they can unlock the victim's files once they pay the ransom. Although cooperating with the cybercriminals behind QLNN Ransomware may feel like the easiest way to solve your issue, you should keep in mind that they will not help you for free, and paying does not guarantee that you will retrieve your files. Dealing with the QLNN ransomware infection. If you get infected with QLNN ransomware, you should scan for the related files using a reputable anti-malware tool. Additionally, you should keep backup copies of your valuable data on an external disk or a cloud drive to mitigate possible damages in a future attack. UIHJ Ransomware is another variant to join the ever-growing Djvu Ransomware family. Like other related programs, it infects PCs and locks users' files that include documents, music, pictures, video files, and others. The hackers behind UIHJ Ransomware demand $980 for a ransom in exchange for a decryptor that should help you supposedly regain your data. If your computer has been infected with UIHJ Ransomware, you should immediately disconnect any other devices from the compromised PC to prevent the further spread of the ransomware. Once the malware gets installed on the victim's system, it employs a military-grade cryptographic algorithm to lock up important files. UIHJ Ransomware received its name from the telltale .uihj extension that it appends to all infected files. Users will also find a ransom note on the computer's desktop titled _readme.txt. This note instructs users to contact the hackers via restorealldata@firemail.cc or gorentos@bitmessage.ch. It also offers to decrypt one affected file for free to prove that the hackers can unlock the files. The file, however, must not include any valuable information. The ransom note also instructs victims to pay $980 or $490. The lower ransom price depends on whether or not contact is made within the first 72 hours after the attack. Unfortunately, an online decryption tool that could restore files affected by UIHJ ransomware is not available at the moment. The only reliable way to recover infected files is to restore them from a file backup. Users may also try using alternative data recovery options. However, there's no guarantee that alternative data recovery options can unlock all the encrypted files. How can I fight UIHJ ransomware? The best way to weather a UIHJ ransomware attack is to scan for and remove elements of this nasty ransomware and other infections using reputable malware remediation software. Additionally, to mitigate possible damages in a future ransomware attack, you should keep backup copies of your valuable data on an external hard disk or cloud drive. If you have recently noticed that your online searches are being redirected through Pulpysearch.com, your browser may be infected with a browser hijacker. Browser hijackers usually spread through software bundles, phishing emails, or unreliable websites, and they are often associated with such pseudo search engines as Pulpysearch.com. These kinds of programs are created to generate ad-driven revenue for their operators. They generate that revenue by taking control of your web browser and generating commercial ads, banners, pop-ups, and other promotional materials. Browser hijackers can affect popular web browsers such as Chrome, Safari, and Firefox. Users will notice signs of a hijacked browser when their default homepage and/or default search engine is being redirected to Pulpysearch.com and other similar websites. Additionally, the user might notice other browser hijacker symptoms that may include landing on unfamiliar and questionable websites and getting multiple unsolicited advertisements. A browser hijacker may expose your machine to additional online threats and other security issues via its aggressive browser redirecting process. Generally, browser hijackers can only collect personally non-identifiable data about your online activities, such as your frequently visited sites, your IP addresses, geolocation, and so on. This browsing information is collected mostly for online marketing purposes so that Pulpysearch.com and other sites associated with browser hijackers could generate more custom ads related to your likes and preferences. How do I remove the browser hijacker associated with Pulpysearch.com? Browser hijackers can cause issues on your computer by exposing you to potential security threats. If you believe that you've been infected with one, you should scan your system with a reputable malware remediation tool. To prevent future hijacker installation in the future, you should employ safe browsing habits like avoiding the installation of software from unreliable sites and clicking outgoing links from spam pages. Browser hijackers may come bundled with the software you download from file sharing pages and unreliable third-party sources, so to avoid getting infected with a browser hijacker as part of a software bundle, always remember to select the advanced or custom installation option in the installation wizard instead of the default or recommended when setting up new programs. You know, as I think about the dangers that exist online, not unlike the subjects we learned about in this video, I know I feel a lot better having an anti-malware program like SpyHunter installed in my PC, providing me the protection I need against malware, and I think you should too. SpyHunter 5's strongest features are found in its malware repair capabilities. SpyHunter 5's remediation algorithms dive deep into your system to remove and address complex malware issues affecting PCs today. While many anti-malware products only flag and quarantine malware and ultimately fail to fully remediate the root problem, the SpyHunter 5 remediation algorithm detects, quarantines, and programmatically repairs malware problems on your PC. SpyHunter 5 is a powerful PC utility that repairs malware threats in many cases where other competing anti-malware and antivirus programs may fail. To detect and remove malware for free, go to enigmasoftware.com and download SpyHunter today. Thanks for watching.